Hello, YouTube. New angle for this video. It might continue. I don't know. I got upgraded from sitting on the ground to sitting on my bed. So, progress. And today, I am ranking each season of The Sopranos, my favorite TV show and one of my favorite pieces of media of all time. Yeah. Yes. But before I start, I want to give thanks to a brother that suggested this video, and I thought it was a good idea. So this is his comment here. Editor Kyler, please put it up right here. And yeah, so thank you for this video recommendation, and I hope to fulfill it well. Just a little heads up, this whole ranking of the seasons was very hard for me. It took a lot of brain power actually to really like analyze and be like, ooh, this season will go here, ooh, this season go here, ha 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 ha. You know what I mean? Because this show, I love every season of it. There's not really anything I can say negatively about any of the seasons. So for giving my reasons why I'm ranking it there, it's just based off my preference, and I don't really, like I said, I don't really have anything negative to say about any of the seasons, so I'm just gonna be listing highlights of each season that I can remember. But to start off the list, at 7th place is season 4, and I rated a 9.2 out of 10. Even though this season is ranked the lowest, it's still amazing. A 9.2 out of 10? Are you kidding me? That's better than most TV show seasons that I've seen right there. So yeah, no, nothing against this season at all. Great season, lovely season. And the highlights for this season is the whole episode of All Debts, Public and Private, Artie trying to get his money back. I was trying to say something positive because she's your friend. He was gay, Gary Cooper? The whole episode of whoever did this, Chris's intervention, and the whole episode of Whitecaps. But yeah, coming at a 6th place is season 3 with a 9.2 out of 10. This is interchangeable with season 4 in my opinion. This 7th, 6th, and 5th place are all interchangeable, and they're basically all in the same tier in my opinion, in my ranking. They can all flip, matters on the day. The same thing with season 4, nothing against it, it's just personal preference. Still an amazing season, 9.2 out of 10, come on. And I don't rank things that high usually. But the highlights of that season is Employee of the Month ending. Bro, that ending, I was like, the parallel between Tracy and Meadow, the whole episode of Second Opinion, the whole episode of He Is Risen, whole episode of Pine Barrens, the whole episode of Amorfo, hope I pronounced that correctly, and Junior and Bobby at the funeral. Junior, look! 5th place is season 6A. For 5th place, a 9.2 out of 10. Great season. Great season. Same thing with the other ones. They're great. I just think the other seasons just have a little bit more to it, in my opinion. Still an amazing season. But the highlights are whole episode of Mayhem, whole episode of Mr. and Mrs. John Sacrimony Request. Sorry, I lost where I was reading. Whole episode of Luxury Lounge, a whole episode of The Ride, and a whole episode of Sopranos home movies or videos. I forget what it was called. Videos, movies, I think. So now we're entering this new tier of seasons that I think kind of pull away slightly from those last 3, in my opinion. And in 4th place, we got season 5 with a 9.4 out of 10. I'm gonna say this for all the seasons, man. They're just amazing. But the back half of this season, those back half episodes, wow, that is what takes it, in my opinion. That's what pulls it away from the last 3 and gives it that little bump. The highlights are whole episode of Marco Polo, whole episode of Unidentified Blackmail, whole episode of Cold Cuts, whole episode of Test Stream, whole episode of Long-Term Parking. That episode, whole episode of All Due Respect. I mean, come on, that's incredible. Incredible back half season. Like the back end of that season, just one of the best. And now we are entering the meddling. Those meddling kids, we're entering the seasons that will be getting medals. So in bronze, third place, it goes to season 1 with a 9.4 out of 10. I noticed that people really do not rank season 1 and season 2 that high up on their lists. Like almost, I'm pretty sure in every list I've seen, season 1 is not higher than like the 5th ranked. And I was like, really? Because I personally love season 1. The whole vibe and aesthetic and just the atmosphere of that season, amazing. Amazing. And also just seeing these characters while they're young and happy before what unfolds. So like, you know, it's like, it's very nostalgic feeling, right? So I don't know, I love that. But you know, I do get why people would rank it lower on their list, because these characters are not fully established and fleshed out yet, so they might not have that like that oomph yet. But in my opinion, they still do. The highlights: whole episode of Pilot, whole episode of 46 Long, whole episode of Meadowlands, whole episode of Legend of Tennessee Multisanti. That is one of my favorite episodes of the entire show, and just in TV shows in general, one of my favorites. Amazing. Whole episode of Boca, whole episode of Isabella, and whole episode of I Dream of Gene Cusimano. I mean, now in second place we got season 2 with a whopping 9.7 out of 10. I mean, amazing season. Some of my favorite moments in the show is in this season, and some of my favorite episodes are in this season as well. And now the highlights: whole episode of Commendatory, whole episode of Big Girls Don't Cry. I'm gonna need to put this down. Whole episode of D-Girl. This might be, it's, dare I say, this might be my favorite Sopranos episode. Dare I say. I know. That might be a little bit like, whoa, Kyler, what? It isn't this or this. It might be D-Girl, man. D-Girl's in the top 3. That's all I got. D-Girl's in the top 3. I think that's my most rewatched episode. I've had to have watched it like 10 times. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one, but that's definitely my most rewatched. Oh yeah, I got other highlights. Sorry, I got caught up on that one. We got so caught up. Whole episode of Full Leather Jacket. The jacket. Sorry. From Where to Eternity. Whole episode of Where to Eternity. From Where to Eternity, sorry. Whole episode of House Arrest. Whole episode of Night in White Satin Armor. And whole episode of Funhouse. Amazing episode. I mean, amazing season. But now, drum roll, please. First place, our winner, in my opinion, is season 6B. Oh my goodness. This season, wow, wrapped up the greatest TV show that I've ever seen. That's all I gotta say. And it wrapped it up beautifully. Perfectly, man. Oh my goodness. And the 5-episode stretch it went on, those last 5 episodes, best thing I've ever seen. Best episode stretch I've ever seen, I think. Oh my goodness. Bro, banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, and bro, you know what I wrote for the highlights of this season? Every single episode, everything. That was the highlight. Those were the highlights for this season. That's how good it was, in my opinion, man. Amazing. And the ending, the series finale, the ending, the very last scene, I absolutely love it. One of my favorite endings of a show of all time. Amazing. But listen to this. The last five, the 5 episode stretch, the final 5 episode stretch I was talking about is Walk Like a Man. Oh, that episode now. Walk Like a Man. Kennedy and Heidi. Heidi. Sorry. The Second Coming. Blue Comet and Made in America. Oh, those 5 episodes right there. Those could, if someone was like, my favorite episodes are, my top 5 favorite episodes are those, I wouldn't even hate them. I would be like, I totally get that. Those are, all 5 of those might be in my top 10. Every single season's amazing. And yeah. But thank you guys for watching, you know. Like I said, like and subscribe, you know. But thank you guys for watching this video. You know, you can comment down your opinion on it, what your ranking is, this and that. Because that's one thing. I love when people comment about like what I'm talking about and just add on to it, or like bring a different perspective, or, you know, or just be like, let's just talk about it. I love to see that, because there's been times where I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that, or that's a really good way of thinking about that. Oh, if you guys haven't checked out my new short film that I recently posted on YouTube on this channel, check it out. I don't know. Let me try to give you a pitch. A trippy, dreamlike crime drama. And also, my Halloween costume just came in. And I'm very excited for it. Very excited for Halloween. Very excited to dress up. Yeah, I don't know. Hope you guys are having a good October. Yeah, no, I think that's it for the updates and announcements. So to play. I'm letting go. I make my own choice. I run the show. The prima donna. Oh. Run my finger, babe. You can count on me to misbehave. Buy a big diamond ring for me. Would you get down on your knees for me? Pop that pretty question right now, baby. I really don't know why it's such a big deal, though. Oh. Get jiggy, crunked up, percolate. Sexy lady in the club. Flex with us. Ooh, flex with us. Flex with us. You ever feel like nothing good was ever gonna happen to you? Yeah, and nothing did. So what? I'm alive. I'm surviving. That's it. I don't want to just survive. It says in these movie writing books that every character has an arc. You understand?